Good evening, everyone. Have a little story to tell you. A violinist played for 45 minutes in a New York subway. A handful of people stopped, a couple clapped. The violinist raised about $30 in tips. No one knew this, but the violinist was a man named Joshua David Bell. He was one of the greatest musicians in the world. And in that subway station, Joshua performed one of the most intricate pieces ever composed on a violin worth $3.5 million. 2 days prior, he'd sold out a Boston theater where tickets averaged $100 apiece. This experiment that the Washington Post did revealed something profound. The extraordinary in an ordinary environment can be easily overlooked. It reminds us that brilliance often goes unrecognized when the setting is blind to the magnitude of its gift. Hollywood, for all its glamour, can sometimes feel like that subway platform, a place where true artistry might go unnoticed amidst the noise of spectacle, commerce, bias, and fleeting trends. But Aunjanue Ellis-Taylor is no ordinary artist. Her power, her presence, her passion, they refuse to be diminished. She transforms the ordinary into the unforgettable, the overlooked into the undeniable. When I first worked with her on a project called When They See Us, I saw something more than just skill. I experienced the work of an emotional excavator. Layers of truth. She was unlayering with a fearlessness that left us all breathless. In every take, in every moment, she wasn't just acting, she was bearing witness. She gave voice to the pain that had been silenced, dignity to lives that had been discarded, and truth to a story that our nation needed to confront. Then came Origin, and again, Aunjanue brought a gravity, a grace, a generosity to the work that was nothing short of spectacular. She didn't just inhabit the character of Isabel Wilkerson, she elevated the story, lending her strength to a role that demanded everything from her, and she gave it with the kind of artistry that can't be taught or imitated. It's something innate, something sacred with her. It's something that we experience with her in King Richard, in If Beale Street Could Talk, in Ray, and in her latest Nickel Boys. Something that lives in the marrow of who she is, something that reminds us of who we are as Black artists, of the legacy we carry and the responsibility we bear. Tonight, this award is more than a trophy, it's a declaration. We see you, Aunjanue. We see the light you share and the truth you tell, and we as a creative community, as a people, are better for it. Because you are not just exceptional as an artist in an ordinary world, you are the music that refuses to be ignored in the crowded station. You are the violin itself that commands us to stop, to listen, to feel, and to believe. And I wrote that. We applaud you. We applaud you, my sister. We thank you. We celebrate your pricelessness tonight. On behalf of Jeff Friday and Nicole Friday, Aunjanue Ellis-Taylor, thank you for working with Black directors. Come and get your Excellence in Arts Award.
Y'all know what that means, right? Anybody don't know what that means? Delta Sigma Theta. Come on, y'all. All right. I'm not gonna, the night has been long, as we say in church. I want to thank this organization for not just this award. I thank them. Thank you, Ava DuVernay. You look up to somebody and then you turn and they're standing next to you on a stage. It's too much. It's overwhelming. Thank you so much. Thank you to this organization for not just this award. I thank you for being an irrepressible and constant force in our community that's building and fortifying Black makers. We need that bad right now. We see now the beginnings of a reconstruction that will be our own making. As angry as I am about the recklessness and dearth of imagination of white hatred, I'm equally exhilarated by the prospect of this. Organizations like ABFF will be at the vanguard. I want to take a moment to thank God for my Holy Ghosts, my mother, Jacqueline Taylor, my grandmother, Murders Taylor, my wheel in the middle of the wheel, my sister Sasha, my ride or die, Stan Jones. We be dying more than we be riding. But whether on Highway 55 in Mississippi or Highway 49 in Mississippi, we are each other's shotguns. Thank you. Thank you to MGM, this table over here. Thank you to my genius director, Ramel Ross, who had to leave, Jocelyn Barnes, Jeremy and Dee Dee and Alano and Ethan and Brandon, and the incomparable marketing team that they have who have become friends of mine, Adrian, Eileen, Seth Radkoff, and my adopted white nephew, Jonathan. Raise your hand. Okay. I was wondering what I should say tonight. I promise I ain't gonna take you long. I wanted to say something that mattered. I needed to look at the people that I was honored with, and I want to start with Kiki and her mother, Sharon. Everybody give a round of applause for Sharon Palmer. You talk about a creative partnership. That is what these two women have formed. I was in this movie called Abducted with Kiki Palmer. And it was the first time I worked on something, and I wanted to feel what that woman was feeling. I remember holding my skin and pinching myself so hard because I wanted to be believable as someone who was in labor. That was the first time I actually got to play a character that I got to do that kind of work with. And then when the movie came out, people would be around me talking about, I hated that woman, I hated you. And I've been chasing that feeling. Because it was the first time that I felt that the line between who I played and who I was vanished. I've been chasing that feeling ever since. And you and your mama gave me that opportunity, and I'm so grateful to you. You made me famous, Kiki Palmer. Thank you for that. I did not know that I was going to be honored alongside Marla Gibbs until today. And see, I have to stop right there. You cannot be alongside Marla Gibbs in anything because Marla Gibbs will always be in the distance, unreachable, unmatched. She was my understanding of what it was to be a comedian. They had Carol Burnett, we had Marla Gibbs. Thank you so much. To Aaron Pierre, where are you, sir? I only know you by rumor, but the rumors I do know are of the good kind, the one that tells me that pretends world changing. Thank you, sir. And to Giancarlo Esposito. I was born an agitator, probably, but there was no definition to it until I saw it do the right thing. I was given words to what was churning inside me when you said, how come there weren't no black people on that wall? But see, I missed the word of that film. I missed the message of that film. probably because I was distracted a little bit by your beauty. I ain't gonna lie about it. I'm just saying truth. I was, it was what it was. But the message of that film was bigger than the pictures on the wall. The message that Spike Lee and Mr. Esposito showed me was that, first of all, I had to start with me. So when I walked out of that theater, 2 days later, I cut off all my hair because it had chemicals in it. And I knew that the chemicals weakened me. And I could not be the message for how come it ain't no black people on that wall when I didn't reflect the black people on the wall. So what I understood was the problem was not with the picture. The problem was with the wall. The problem was with the structure that the wall was in, which represented colonization of black life, black community, and black economics. What matters to me is not the picture on the wall, but the structure of the wall. The structure, the wall where the structure is in. Think about this. This is why these messages of another seat at the table is deaf to me. I don't want to hear that. I'm not interested in no seat at no table. I don't want the seat or the table. I want the structure. I want the land that the structure is on. Why? Because it's mine. It's mine. Think about this. The absurdity that we have organizations like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And every time somebody is announced that, oh, we should be so happy that Janet Jackson got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or Rosetta Tharpe got accepted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. How can you accept someone into something that they made? I'll wait. It's absurd. It's absurd. Shout out to you, Questlove, because I know you're one of those decision makers who post, shouldn't we feel so good about ourselves that we accepted Rosetta Tharpe into something that she created? So yes, Audre Lorde said, you can't use the master's tools to tear down the master's house. So I thank you, ABFF, because you are encouraging me to tear down that house. To tear down that house, to tear down that wall, to tear down that house and reclaim the land because it's mine. Thank you so much.
Okay, now before you leave, I know you ain't want to be bothered with me. Look, she was scared. I'm next to you. Are you okay? Okay, I love you so much. Before you leave, we have a beautiful surprise for you if you just turn around. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
What's the COVID protocol?
It's yours. Blow it out.
Okay.
Make a wish.
I'm making a collective wish for us as a people that we thrive and survive. Yeah. Oh, another one!
No, leave it, leave it.